This week, I've barely come down off my mountaintop, and I'm not coming down off of it for a while. So it is what, this is good. Here it is. So this word expresses my experience the last few weeks. And anybody who knows what this word is?
We did it last week.
Simcha. Simcha. It means.
Remember what I said about it last week?
Yeah. It means joy. It means joy. It can mean delight. So it's Simcha. Simcha Torah. The joy of Torah. Simcha Torah. You know, it means joy. So what is joy? So let's pictograph this puppy dog out. So, and this still is the shin. Even though it has a different sound, and it means to press into, to destroy, consume. All right? So, and of course the teeth with the shin. Same as Shabbat. But it's got a sort of a softer sound, more of a C sound type.
Just an S sound.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a mem. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I did do that. Well, that went off at Mount Sinai. No, not at the mountain, but on our way to. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Frank Sinatra, Sinai.
So mem means water. Chaos. OAS. Okay, is that right? AOS. Does it? Water, it can mean mighty too. And I'm squeezing it in there, and it's AOS. I had it right the first time. Because I have a senior brain. Okay, chaos. All right, so here, what's this? It's a het. And remember I told you this? And you can have 2 or 3 in there. But sometimes it's depicted like this. Sole of the hand, sole of the foot. So it means the sole. The palm. And the foot, sole of palm of foot. Okay? And this word is used for kippah, it means to cover. But it really, this letter, it depicts, like if you would, the curvature of the foot or the curvature of the hand. Okay? That's what really what it means, and to press into that. So the sole. And then what's this one? If you guys don't know this one, we're going to go back to square one. That's a hey. And it means to praise, behold. So praise and behold. So pure joy is to press into chaos. Press into the chaos or destroy chaos with the palm, behold. So that's pure joy, is the destruction of chaos. That's what pure joy is. And you can actually see it in Isaiah. I'll read you. Isaiah 35:10. Okay. Let me read that to you because And the ransom of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with songs and everlasting joy upon their heads, and shall obtain joy, and gladness and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. Okay? That's Isaiah 35:10. Isaiah 35:10.
And it's a song.
It's a song. But that's the meaning of pure joy. And that's what I'm living for. That's what I'm living for, is the pure joy that comes with the relationship that you have with Messiah, with Creator, with Yahovah. Just the pure joy, because everything else is destroyed and done away with. So, and it can also mean, when it's first used in Scripture, it's actually used in Genesis 31. And it's when Jacob leaves Laban in the middle of the night. And Laban says to Jacob, "Why didn't you tell me you were leaving? I could have sent you off with joy and kisses and hugs and loves and blessings." And it means joy in the midst of sorrow. So that's when it's first used. That's the first article of first mention. So joy in the midst of sorrow. So it's good.
That's true joy, not just when things are going well,
Right.
we're joyful,
Yes.
but precisely when things are.
Joy when things are difficult. And so that's what the Father gives us. And the understanding of Messiah, of what He's done for us. He's already done it for every single living soul ever. He's redeemed us. It's our choice to take that redemption and claim it. And we're the ones, we just talked about this the other night, we're the ones that blot our names out of the book of life. The book of life, your name is not blotted out by God. You take your name out of the book of life by the choices and the understanding and the walk that you make. So it's already been in there. Your choices and your walk is what holds that name in the book of life. It's already been redeemed. Isn't that amazing? The Father would not do that to us. We take it out. So the names are blotted out. Amen.
Therefore the redeemed of the Lord shall return, and come with Zion, and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their hearts. Y'all know that song? I love that song. That song, I sang that song to my husband on his deathbed. And I can't sing it without crying in my heart, but that's exactly the life that we lived. The redeemed of the Lord can sing with joy on his deathbed, and I can sing it today with joy. And when I have certain times that are very difficult, I sometimes go for a walk in the woods and I just sing that song 700, 5,000, 3,000 times, because every time you sing it, it builds your spirit. Gail and I were talking tonight about the difference between believers in Messiah and those who are fixated into the New Testament and the New Testament alone, and those who have not yet embraced the news of the New Testament. And I was telling her, because she was feeling a little bit bad about somebody who doesn't really embrace Messiah yet. And I said, but the truth is that if somebody believes in all of the Tanakh, all of Torah and all of the writings of the prophets, and I believe in Yeshua, what scriptures did Yeshua read? The Tanakh. So I'm reading exactly the same things that Yeshua read, exactly the same things that he taught from, and did not he emerge from that? So if somebody hasn't yet understood, all right, they just haven't understood yet. Maybe they haven't asked to understand yet. I don't know. But we're reading the same scriptures, because everything that is presented in the Brit Hadashah, or the New Testament, comes right out of the old one. So,
When I was
oh, wait. Gotta say something.
When I was on my tour, I had a chance
Go
to.
again.
When I was on my tour, I had a chance to witness to a Jewish person that was on the tour, and there were Christians on the tour as well. So he was the only Jewish person on the tour, and I said to him, I said, Messiah, if for him, Christianity is worshiping multiple gods. I said, Messiah, if you can't find Messiah here in the Torah, he doesn't exist. But he's all over the Torah. He's all over the Torah. He is the Torah. He's a living Torah. And I said, it's the same. It's the same. So when he completely grasped it. He totally got that. And as I walked him through that, he was just astounded. So understanding that everywhere you look, when Moses says, stand at the bottom of the mountain, and today you will see my salvation. Today you will see my Yahshua. That's what salvation means. Today, that's the word that's used there. He's all over.
Did he come to the Lord that day?
I believe so. Yeah. So, and he was seeking. He was seeking. So, and had a pretty good rooted foundation in his Hebrew faith, his Jewish faith, but had a clear understanding of who Messiah was. And it's because it's there. So you have to be able, especially when you go to the Jew first and then the Gentile, when you go to the Jew first, their understanding, you have to be able to witness and show the Messiah in the Torah and the Tanakh. You start at the New Testament, that you've lost them. You just cut your losses and go. You start in Torah, and he's all over there. And if you know where Messiah is, you know where Yeshua is. That's something they can't separate themselves from. So.
I heard this week that the word salvation, although it's spelled like Yeshua, it's actually pronounced Yeshua, is salvation, and Yeshua is the name Joshua, or the name of Messiah. So I don't understand the difference yet, except that the person who was speaking said, you may think that's a minor detail to say Yeshua or Yeshua, but there is a difference. Jerry, do you know that difference? Wait a minute. I see a yes, a nodding of the head that says yes, which means we'll give him a microphone. The difference between Yeshua and Yeshua. Talk to the camera.
There's subtle differences in Hebrew that we don't know in English, because English doesn't work like Hebrew. Present. If you are present with someone and you can give them a present, they're spelled the same, right? Hebrew has words like that as well. Sometimes they're just not pronounced the same. Pam and I were talking earlier about Keren or Karan. Spelled exactly the same, pronounced differently, but it means the difference between horns or a ray of light. Same applies with names, because every Hebrew name means something. If you go to Israel and you walk around and you say, ask a rabbi, what does the name Jesus mean? They're going to look at you like you've lost your mind, because Jesus isn't a Hebrew name. Yeshua is. But it's not pronounced Yeshua as a name, it's pronounced Yeshua as a name. As a verb, it would be pronounced Yeshua,
Which is salvation.
which is salvation. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I'll just come live in your brain.
Maybe I
You don't want to live there.
Wait a minute, shall we get a word on that?
You do not want to live there.
Okay. Spoken from the wife. All right. So, I just thought that was neat when Pam specifically mentioned Yeshua in that way. What I learned this week. So, let me take Simcha Torah off here, or at least the Simcha. All right, so we are on lesson 13, and let's have a brief commercial by Jill that tells us about Thursday.
Oh, Thursday?
A brief commercial to the camera.
Oh, okay.
About Thursday.
Rabbi Kaplan from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, will be here doing a teaching on Purim, 6:30 to 8:30. We're going to have snacks afterwards. If you'd like to bring a snack, fine. You're not required to bring one.
Don't bring hamantashen. Don't bring meat.
Yeah, don't bring meat, don't bring hamantashen, because she's going to bring hamantashen from Pennsylvania. But yeah, just any, cookies, brownies, pretzels, fruit,
Carrots.
veggies. Yeah,
All the good stuff.
just any any little snack. We don't need. It's going to be a small thing, and all. So is that everything?
Good.
Yeah.
That's the end of the commercial.
All the drinks and all the paper stuff will be here.
All right. Oh, yes. So you don't need to bring serving utensils and so forth. Okay. All right. So one more thing that I'm going to ask Jill to do, because I just want to really put her on the spot. So, because you've been away for a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
So I want you to read for us. I'm going to turn the board around, and you're going to read for us the mystery word of the night. Okay? Are you ready?
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary. I did it in English just for you, and because I don't know how to do it in Hebrew.
I thought I was going to have to say love.
I know. But tonight is an amazing lesson, because tonight begins to bring together a whole lot of things that we've been learning. And we're going to have 7 brand new words. Okay? So it really is a big night of vocabulary. It is all spelled out in your book. I'm not adding mysterious things to you, okay? But we have a lot of translation to do. So I sat in my car during the week, and I said, I don't know if I can do this. But I could do it. I could do it. And if I can do it, you can do it too, okay? Because it's not about perfection. It's about going slow enough and using your up and down techniques and sounding it out and thinking back, have I heard that word? And you have heard that word, and it's okay to go back and look and find that word. But remember, at the back of your book, I don't know, look in your book 2. Does it have only vocabulary for book 2 in the back of book 2?
No, they have it from,
Do they have from book 1 in there also?
yeah, because they have father, mother, I.
Okay, good. So there's a dictionary back there. I don't know if you've been filling it out or not, but mine's all filled out for me, so that's really great. So if you haven't been doing that, that's a great thing to do during these weeks, is to begin filling out vocabulary words that hopefully that you can recognize a little bit, because that way you begin to put them into your mind, okay? But let's look at a couple of new letters and a couple of new concepts, and then we're going to play with some vocabulary, okay? So the first new letter is written like this. Okay? And its name is Tet. So its sound is T. Okay? So that's not too hard until you realize how many letters we've got buzzing around in our brains at the moment, okay? And then we have a new vowel. Now, just tonight I was reviewing with somebody else this vowel that we've done in the past. That's the OE sound. What's its name? Shrek. Okay? Shrek, okay? This is one of those things that they say now, when you get to this new vowel, don't remind them about Shrek, okay? Because they're writing to children. But I don't believe in that. I believe in saying, let's remember this one so that we can immediately make a comparison to the new one, okay? Here's the new one. See the comparison?
Is it to the side then, or is it just over top?
Sort of both.
Because in the book, it's kind of like right over top.
Okay, but it can also be written, are you ready? Get ready. Are you ready? Okay? So it can be very confusing. It's not tonight, okay, because it's new and they don't put it in confusing places, okay? But they will. We're only on lesson 13. They have time yet. They can try to confuse us some more, okay? So we have to begin to really look at that dot. Make sure it's not a dot there, or a dot here, or a dot here, but a dot here. Okay? That's why I say, when I teach adults, I want you to see, oh, look at all the ways it could be that it isn't. Because that's going to help you say, all right, now, let me focus on the one I really need to look at, which is the new one. And remember that it might be written just as the dot itself. And its name, and Jerry, I started to look this up and I didn't, so if you know its name and I do it wrong, you tell me. I'm probably doing that wrong. If somebody has their vowel sheet, they can check for me. It's not Holam? I think its name is Holam, so please check. I'm probably not spelling it the way they do, but see if your vowel sheet has it on there.
Oh, is it Holam?
Holam.
C-H-O-L-E-M?
Oh, it's C-H? Okay. Spell again. C?
C-H-O-L-E-M. O as in yellow. Long O. There you go.
What do you mean yellow? Yellow doesn't have a Y in there.
No, yellow.
Oh, okay, yes. Okay, so this is how I've spelled it, cholam, but I've been doing it wrong. We'll try to put the ch in there because it is cholam, okay? Cholam, all right? That's this. And it's this, okay? It's a vowel, and it makes the O sound, okay? Now, let's just look at this, be sure that we're making sure we're getting our message right here, okay? These two are not the same thing, are they? No. This one is a mem. They really don't look alike at all, but it is known to be one that gets confused, okay? So, okay, we'll pay attention to that, all right? I don't know, I can't even imagine how this gets confused. Oh, I see what they're saying, okay. Maybe I do. Okay, what's another letter that makes the same sound as tet? Tav. Mm-hmm. So we're going to put some more marks on the board and say, Tav and tet make the same sound. But so do F and PH in English, right? So that's okay. There can be two letters that look entirely different that make the exact same sound. Is that an F or a PH? Well, are we talking about a phone or a farm? If I know we're talking about a farm, then I've learned that that begins with an F. And if we're talking about a phone, I've learned that it begins with a PH. Okay? because it comes out of the middle of another word called telephone, which is probably why it's a PH. But is Stephen a PH or a V? You know, it's ridiculous, right? Okay, so there are tricky things like that in Hebrew too. Becky?
Could it do it kind of like how the K and the C can sound alike?
Don't try to go there.
Okay.
We'll just leave it as it is, okay? That a tav and a tet make the same sound. What about this one?
That's where I was going.
Oh, that's where you were going, okay.
I was going there with this.
Does that get an equal sign or it does not equal sign?
No, it's a non-equal.
It does not equal sign, that's right. Because this one has what sound? No.
No, wait. Bob. No, it's Bob.
No, wait a minute, no. This is tav, oh, I've stepped over the boundary. In modern Hebrew, they use Sephardic sounds. So they would say this sav, but we say it tav, but I don't know why. Because I learned that this dot makes it tav and this makes it sav. But I'm told that in Israel, this is a tav spelled like that. It's like, I can't even go there. I've stepped over the boundary and I can't explain it, okay? Jerry, you want to try?
In some of the interlinear Bibles, you will see the tav with the dot in the middle.
Wait a minute. In some of the interlinear Bibles, you'll see the tav with the dot in it, but I'll let him finish that sentence into the microphone.
But that pronunciation will be more of a TH sound instead of a hard T sound. So it's almost
So not S, but TH.
almost a softer T.
Yes. Well, and that's what I learned was softer T.
Okay?
But I learned softer T down to the S level. But
Yeah.
again, when we're fluent in Hebrew by November, you know, ha, 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 okay? So then that's going to really matter. For right now, it's not going to matter all that much, okay? So if you were to call this a t, or you were to call this a t, okay, you're going to probably mispronounce something. If I go to Russia and speak some Russian words, I'm probably going to mispronounce some, and they're still going to like me because I'm just that charming, okay? And if you go to Israel and you mispronounce something because you don't know how it's spelled, you're trying. So everybody appreciates a new learner in a new language who's trying. And at some point we'll get it straight, and I don't have it straight yet, sorry. Okay, so we've talked also a little bit about masculine and feminine. So in our book tonight, they're going to be introducing to us some more masculine and feminine ideas. And we're going to review those before we get to all these pages of vocabulary. Did I hear a yay? Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay. Okay, so that is just not working. We got to go to another color here, Pamela. That black, I don't know whether we can sharpen it or what, but it's making nasty marks. Now I can't get that one open. Okay. You can see that one all right, right? Ah, new letter. What is that? What new letter is that? What's its name? Cholam. Make that bigger for Jerry. Big enough, Jerry? You're welcome. Let's read this word. Morah. Morah. Ani morah. Ani morah. No.
You a woman, girl, female,
What's she doing right now?
teacher?
Aha!
And
Very good, very good. Okay, so, ani morah. New letter. Or new vowel, yes. Seagull. Seagull. Eh. Get a T sound. Lomedit. Okay. Lomedit. Ken or low?
Low, no.
No, no. Low, no.
I don't know.
Ken or low? Lomedit.
Ken.
Ken. Ken or low? Lomedit. Say low. Low. What'd you say? Luis said, low. All right, so I'm not going to tell you what it means yet. See if you can figure it out from this. Don't help him yet. All right, so. Tasir. See Tasir? See the different vowel? See the different ending? Lomed. Lomed? Ken. Lomed? Lomed?
Are you asking me?
No.
Oh, good, because you're pointing, I didn't know where the heck.
Lomed? Ken, yes. Lo, no.
I know those two words.
Okay.
I don't know the answer.
Okay. Lomed? Lomed, Ken. Lomed? Lomed?
Low.
Low. Lomed? Low. Lomed? Low. Lomed? Can. Lomed? Low. Who is saying low and who is saying can? The women are saying low. The men are saying can, if they're correct. Okay? So this is one man who does this thing, learns. This is one woman who learns this thing. Whatever it is that we're doing, you are the learner, and if you are one person, and you are a male, then you lomed. See the tasir? See the end of the word is a dalet. Okay? If you are one woman, you lomedet. Lomerit. Lomedet. Frequently feminine nouns and with a tav. Not always, but frequently. Okay?
But isn't that a vowel? Is it learns vowel?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So they,
It's the very first time you've encountered a vowel.
oh, goodness gracious.
Yay! Now we can do something.
Hey, make it sense.
Verb. No, not a vowel, a verb. A verb. Not a vowel, a verb. Sorry, you switched languages on me, Becky. A verb. Verb, of an action word, right? Okay? Very first time we've encountered a verb. Okay? So now we can lomed it if we're girls, right?
So that's a verb.
That's a verb meaning to, right? To learn? Or is it lo lomed it, to learn? I think it's lo lomedet to learn. I think it's just lomedet, which is learn. Let me fix that. Sorry, moved too fast in my own brain. Okay. Up here we have a what? What do we have? A what? Let's read the word. Morah. Okay. So let's apply some knowledge of what we've just learned. Seagull.
There's a hole up there.
Yes, there is a hole up there. Hey, there's a hole up there.
There, I don't get it. But I know it's a hay, but shouldn't it not have that if it's a female or a male? Wait, if it's a male, should it not have, should it?
I said sometimes. I said sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joni,
Yeah.
the bottom two words you have there are feminine and masculine verbs, right?
Yes.
And the top two words are nouns.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. This is a woman teacher. Ani. This is a
Male teacher.
male teacher. Have we got a morah? A moreh here? Do we have a moreh in the room?
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry is a moreh. Okay? Because every time I get mixed up, I go to Jerry, right? He teaches me what I need to know for that moment. Okay? When I need something else, I go to Myra. All right? So, that's some vocabulary. It's in our book, right? We're not off the first page yet. Are you happy? Okay. All right, let's try some word that we've just been doing a little bit of. Tasir. Final noon.
What?
Ken.
I can do it. Yes.
You can do it. Yes, I can do it. Ken.
Now, why do you,
Yes.
why do you pronounce it as Ken? It's not,
The final noon.
but the vowel is in English a long A.
Oh, no, that's not a long A. That's Tasir. Tasir is EH, sort of. Okay, eh. Those two dots side by side are eh. I think we did that one last week or the week before. We've done it in the recent weeks, okay? All right? So, Ken. Therefore, now here it comes. Are you ready for, whoops. Did it backwards.
So what does Ken mean?
Yes.
Oh, that's right, sorry.
Ken, is Ken Canadian?
Yeah, I guess so. Low. Low. Now, look at that cholam. There's no other lines with it. It's just a dot, isn't it? So that's the usual way of writing low. If you were to see low written like this, it would be misspelled, maybe. Somebody might say, what do you do that for? Okay? And most of the time, I see cholam without that line underneath of it. I just see the dot. You know, we've been saying in Israel they don't use vowels. Well, they use some. So they will put a dot for the cholam inside of a word. They will put a shrek inside of the word. Is that maybe because a typewriter can type that easier? I don't know. Maybe. Than to go back and put vowel points underneath of letters. Maybe that's how that became to be eliminated. I don't know. Do you have another idea?
When you're doing a typist, the vowels are wrong.
Oh. So you can type the one with that vowel or one with this vowel?
Well, you add whatever value
Oh, okay, and it'll type it underneath of the letter? Oh, well, see, I don't have a Hebrew keyboard. Okay, but this is this typical way of spelling lo. And lo means no. It rhymes with no. It makes it a nice, easy. A lot of times that's the very first word that people actually become comfortable with because it's such an easy translation between lo and no. Okay? All right. So ken and lo. And there's all kinds of different expressions. I was telling some people before class began when we were in Israel and we were walking down through the marketplace, and the people are mighty sellers. They're really trying to sell stuff. And so they told us that you can use language in different ways. So you can say, lo, 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 lo. No, 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 I don't want any of that. No, mm-mm-mm. Well, did that persuade them to say, oh, sorry, ma'am, sorry to have troubled you, let me go away? No. So then you can say, lo, toda. No, thank you. No, thank you. Lo, toda. I'm moving on. Lo, toda. Mm-hmm. And did that persuade them to go away? No, that did not. So then when you get really tired of it, you can say, toda lo, and move on. Don't discuss it with them. Just say thank you, no, and move along. So language can be used in Hebrew just the same way that language is used in English. I don't think so. You are on my last nerve. Means a whole lot different than the study of the nerves, right? So words are used expressively. All right. So lo and ken. Correct. Don't get those two mixed up or you may have pie for dinner. Okay. One other word they've given us tonight that we can now spell. Torah. Everybody spell it? Everybody say it? Torah. Using our accent on the right syllable, we get Torah instead of Torah. 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 Give me some Torah. I've been saying it Torah for so long now that it's hard to say it any other way, okay? But get your accent on the second syllable, okay? So it's Torah. Okay? Got it? Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I have to.
Uh-oh, she has to. She's got to paleo it out. Paleo that puppy dog out. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me give you this so you have a little freedom of movement.
I hadn't planned on doing this, but this is so important as we learn this word, that it's so important
Do
that
it.
I'm going to paleo this out for you.
I love it when you say paleo that puppy dog out.
Paleo that puppy dog out. So, okay. So we have the tav, and it means covenant or cross. Or cross. That's a vowel. We're not going to put that in there. This is the resh, and it actually looks like a head. Means the head. And then behold. So what is Torah? It's the covenant of the head one. Behold. And so Torah actually means, it doesn't mean book or anything like that. It means to hit the mark. Like an archer pulls back his bow, and this is a great example of an archer pulling back his bow and letting the arrow fly, and it hits the bullseye. It hits the mark. That's exactly what Torah means. It means to hit the mark. It is the plumb line.
So how do you get that from the paleo?
You don't get that from the paleo.
Okay.
But that's what Torah, the understanding of Torah means to hit the mark. This is it. Messiah is Torah. He is the mark.
So what does this Reish means the head. Could that mean thinking and the power to reason?
Well,
Does it ever mean that?
no,
No.
no.
Sorry. I'll just go over here.
Yeah, but the covenant is there, the cross is there, the covenant, the cross of the head, behold. So, Messiah said, I came to teach my Father's doctrine. He didn't say, I came to teach a new doctrine. He said, I came to teach my Father's doctrine. And Psalm says, I give you good doctrine. Behold ye my Torah. It means to hit the mark, like an archer that hits the bullseye. So whenever you look at Torah, that's hitting the bullseye. That's the plumb line off of everything else. Yeah. So, so when you look at that word, that's exactly what it means. So I had to paleo that. Sorry.
I'm so glad you did.
In English, it's typically translated law.
In English, it's typically translated law.
But the Greeks translated it something different.
But the Greeks translated it something different. What did they translate it, Jerry? Knowledge. So, is there a difference between law and knowledge? What do you think the difference might be between law and knowledge? I can know. Becky, got an idea?
Well, could it possibly mean like the difference between law and Torah is because law are set forth principles that don't change. Like you've got the law of gravity, you've got the law of, you know what I mean, like the laws of God don't change.
So she's getting more words than I can repeat, and I liked what she's saying, so let's hear it from Becky again. Can you say that again, and then we'll see what...
I hope I'm okay.
Well, you're trying what you think. That's all we're looking for.
Kind of like I would think the difference between the law and knowledge when talking about the Bible in particular, not anything else, is that the Torah, the law, comes from God. He changes not. He doesn't change from, he's the same yesterday, today, and forever.
So how's that different from knowledge?
Knowledge can change.
Yes.
You can change up your knowledge, but the laws of God do not change. They're ever present. They're ever, forever.
Yes. Would you agree with that translation? Yes.
My understanding.
Up. We need 8 microphones in this room.
My understanding of Torah is completely different than when I started out my walk with the Messiah. Thank you, Father. Amen. As we grow. I'm not camped. I try not to camp any more than I have to and stay in one spot. So moving forward, my knowledge increases, like Becky said, and that's a changing thing. But the Father doesn't change. He changes not lest we be consumed. So he's the one thing that does not change. He's the constant.
If we think of knowledge, think of what a very knowledgeable 2-year-old knows. What they know, they really know. They like cookies. They don't like celery. They are firm in their belief. But when they get to be 15, celery and peanut butter with raisins on it is mighty good. So what they didn't eat before, and they had no knowledge of it being delicious at the age of 2, at 15 they realize that's mighty tasty. That tastes really good. But the fact is the celery's always been good for them. They just didn't know the celery was good for them.
Or even with knowledge, doctors used to wash their hands in a basin. Go from a sick person, wash your hands in a basin. Go to a pregnant lady. Oh, suddenly these people were dying. These formerly healthy people were dying. They didn't understand why. Oh, wait a minute. They looked in the Bible. There was something about washing your hands under running water. Ooh, that fact of God, that law that God gave them became the knowledge that gave power to help others.
Good point. Good point.
Gravity
Oh,
stays the
wait.
same?
Yeah,
What?
gravity's.
Aren't you glad gravity stays the same?
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Till that changes too.
Well, I also learned about Torah being instructions, and
Yes.
actually that are designed to set us free. So people have a hard time understanding this concept of becoming free by actually following, instructions. And that's a problem, that people see law as being imposed and restricting you, and but it actually sets us free when we understand, like I always say, God talks about everything. All instructions are in there for our own good and benefit. But because we want to rebel against it, I just, my mom sent me a little post today that this man is talking about Torah, how even the coronavirus, he finds it in the letters.
Oh.
But actually, even without going that deep, the Bible talks about what animals to eat, what animals not to eat. And a lot of the issues related with viruses and things like that come from eating
Yes.
unclean animals. So they're
Yes.
there not just because it's the law that God doesn't want us to,
Right.
there is a reason for it. And
God didn't say don't eat pig because he don't like pork chops. That's not why he said it.
You hit on a really, really, really good topic. You said to set us free. Over and over and over again, the Bible talks about bringing you out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. But when he brought them out, what did he give them? The keys to freedom, which is what a lot of people today say, oh, well, that's the law. That is just so downheartening.
You stole my whole next sentence. Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
Oh, wait.
wait a minute.
Wait.
When I started,
Wait. Now.
when I started doing Shabbat, Friday night would roll around and my husband and I started doing Shabbat together. I was like, oh, gotta do Shabbat. Sundown, Shabbat. Okay, got this. And then it became, where's my Shabbat? I'm Wednesday and I want my Shabbat. Where's my rest? Where is my rest? It became the most blessing to say, I can just rest. I have this beautiful place with my father, and my husband and I would do our best to keep Shabbat. When I can't keep Shabbat, I go crazy. I just go nuts now, because don't you take my Shabbat from me. It's my rest, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It has set me free. And so these instructions are so good. David said, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Somebody tells you the law has been done away with. If there is no law, there is no sin. For sin is transgression of the law. So you have to have sin or law to have sin, because sin is breaking that law. The price has been paid when you do. But your love and your relationship with the Creator that you seek and find in Torah is the reason you keep it.
How many of you appreciate the yellow lines on the road?
Very much so, thank you.
The yellow lines define where you should go, whose turn it is to pass, whether there's a danger up ahead that you should not be on the other side of the road at this time, because there is a severe danger. You will not be able to see oncoming traffic. It will endanger your life. Don't go there is the counsel of the line on the road. The line on the road can't force you to obey it. Police can come along and tell you the line on the road said you may not go there, and they can fine you. I guess eventually they could do some other punishment. You could eventually be sentenced to some time in jail or something like that if you had enough points or enough violations. But the line on the road is there to help you. Now, I'm going back to Pam because we had some encounters in Cairo. Do you remember what the rule in Cairo was about the lines? Do you remember what they told us?
No.
Oh, I'll tell you. The driver said to us, do you see the lines on the road? Now, there are 4 lanes of traffic, and there are 6 cars on those 4 lanes of traffic. And they are all traveling anywhere from 30 to 75 miles per hour. You cannot predict which one is going 30 and which one is going 75. There are 6 lanes of cars on 4 lanes of traffic. And the driver said, do you see those lines on the road? And we said, yes. He said, do you know what they're there for? We said, we thought so. He said, they're there for decoration. That is all they are there for. In Cairo, we do not use them. They are just there to decorate the road.
So much so that
Wait.
as we're speeding along the highway, and we get caught in this traffic jam, there's a kid that has his hand on the windowsill like that
Of the car.
of the car, and he reaches out and he touches our van. That's how
He counts
dangerous.
coup on our van. You know? That's how close we were. He was like 6 or 7 years old, and he went and touched our van. And we're, at any moment, we may be going 30, 40 miles an hour again. Who knows? You know, so that was Cairo. It was an experience. It's really better if you just don't look. Because we got there safely. The people who drive in Cairo know how to do it. But the point is, in most American mindsets, the lines are on the road, and they give us direction for a good reason. Now, none of us like to see a police car come up behind us and say, you were going 47 in a 35, and here's your ticket. But in truth, if we had not seen the 4-year-old riding his bicycle, who was just about to dart out into the road, knowing that he has enough time because the cars move slow here in front of the school, and we're going 47, and he's figuring we're not, and we hit him, but we don't know about the 4-year-old, then we come to a new appreciation of that speed limit when it causes a problem, right? And I think for me, when I began to see Torah as a huge benefit in my life, I've never had a problem thinking about whether I want to murder somebody or not. That just wasn't a problem for me. That was a fairly easy one. A harder one, do not commit adultery. How about do not ever think about anybody in the wrong way? Well, that's a little harder, okay? How about honor your father and your mother, that your days might be long? Ooh.
It's only commandment with a promise.
I have a few friends. I've probably said some unkind things to my parents. I can promise you I said some unkind things to my parents. Did I understand Torah then? No. But there was still, Torah was there for me even before I knew that Torah was there for me. So we've gotten off on a really deep subject. That's a really marvelous subject, but it is deep, and it is rich, and it is full. We are not going to work on the reading pages at the moment because I want to get to this vocabulary tonight, and this will probably take another week before we can get to it all. But let's look at page 25 for a minute, because this is such a fun page. These are cognate words, and you're reading in Hebrew, boys and girls. Okay? 25, yes. So let's look at the keywords at the top of the page. What's the keyword at the top of the page? Keyword at the top of the page. Okay, do the first one. Make it be a word, Becky.
What?
Make it be a word.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Hello. Goodbye. Peace to you. Have a good day. See you around. Okay? Sort of like aloha in Hawaiian. Okay? It means everything nice and good. You generally wouldn't say shalom to you. You know? You wouldn't say it with that intonation in your voice. It's a good thing. Okay? Well, just go on and shalom with yourself. You know, it's like, no. It's a hello, it's a goodbye, it's a have a nice day, it's the peace of Sabbath, you know, that sort of thing. What?
That's 70s show.
What?
That's 70s show. Good day. I say good day. Shalom. I say shalom.
Yeah. I say shalom. Okay. What's our second keyword? What is it? Which is the middle word is what? Boker. Boker. Okay? Morning. Okay? Broke your toe? Did you broke your toe?
Don't say it like that. I would say
Broker. Broker. It gives you the right expression. Broker. Okay? And the last word is tov. Tov means good. Boker tov? Broke your tov? Did you break your toe? So if you say break your toe, in Israel, they're going to hear Boker tov. Okay? So you're safe. Okay? All right. What's the one that has Hitler's name in it? I forget. What? There's one that do you remember what it is? But it has Hitler's name in it, and they enjoy saying that too because it's a slam on Hitler. So I'll have to think of what that one is. Okay. So Boker, morning, tov. Marissa, in Spanish, where did we put adjectives? Before or in front of or behind a noun in Spanish?
in French it all depends.
No. Say after. In Spanish, I should ask Luis, see? In Spanish, your adjective, I'm not sure about your adverb, but I think your adverb also goes behind the noun. The same thing in Hebrew, okay? So morning good is what you translate into English. But when you translate it, it's good morning, okay? Translation means putting it into the language that is familiar to the person who you're translating for, okay? So morning good is the direct translation, okay? Good morning is the translation. Make sense? Okay, so Boker Tov, good morning. Boker Tov, Boker Tov, Boker Tov. Coming into work, go Boker Tov,
So it's
okay?
kind of like, morning good?
Yep, morning good. We now have some words, okay? So how much did they give you on your page? All right.
Said you wear it on your foot.
Okay, so if you're going to wear it on your foot, we're going to sound out the letters that are there and see if we can figure out whether to put, let's see.
No, it says we're supposed to
Put the tav, you're just supposed to put your tav in there, your tet in there. Okay, so stick your tet in there. But there's no tet in that word.
to make the T sound. Fill in the
Is there a blank
Fill
space?
in the missing letters,
Oh, there is some missing whatever.
and it just says use the new letter.
Oh, okay. If a letter is missing, you're going to try and sound out what the letter is, okay? If you're going to put a t sound, we want you to use a tet, okay? Which is our new t sound, all right? So what do you wear on your foot? Using those sounds that you've got there, read what's there and see if you can find out. Don't let Jerry tell everybody. Shh, Jerry. What is it? No, but this Jerry was saying it first. What is it, Rick? Sandal. So what letter is missing, Rick? A dalet. So put a dalet in the blank space.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are these like real
Yep.
Hebrew words? So sandal.
These are cognates. These are cognates. They are real Hebrew words used today in Israel to mean exactly what we're saying, but they're not biblical Hebrew because there isn't a word for sandal. Well, but there isn't. I guess it was probably shoe. I don't really know. Uh-oh, Jerry's going to do research. Okay, next one. Sound out what you've got and figure out what letter is missing. Did you just say it, Marissa? Did you just say it?
I just said America.
America. But it's not America. What is it? America. Yep. Okay. So what letter is missing? Mem and a resh.
Wow. Okay. Oh, this one. Next one.
All right. What is that one?
It's golf.
Golf. Good. So what letter is missing, Becky?
It's the lamed.
The lamed, yes. Do you know how to do the lamed? Did we do that while you were gone? That's this one.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? Okay. Yeah. The lamed, remember lamed is the only letter we've learned so far that goes above the line. There's the line we're writing on. Okay? All right? So lamed is the only letter that goes above at this point. Okay? All right, who's got number 4?
Rick says he's got.
Well, Rick already did one. Judy. Toast. What letter is missing? What letter is missing? What? Tet. Becky, you filled it in? You didn't let her think it for herself. All right, who's got number 5?
I didn't understand number 4.
Oh, okay. Number 4, grilled bread is toast, right? Okay, so we're going to put a tet into there. Do you remember how to make it? Yep, perfect. Yes, on both sides. Because in this particular case, we're using words that use the tet. Okay, so if you spelled that with a tav, you'd get the toast sound, but it's correctly spelled with tets. Okay, number 5. Who's got number 5?
Judy does.
Judy's got number 5. Africa. What letters are missing, Judy? The resh is missing. Did everybody remember the difference between the pei and the fei?
She reminded me.
Good. The dot, yep. The degesh. Or the dot. Dagesh, okay. Okay, how about number 6? Marissa?
Ping pong.
Ping pong. What letter is missing?
The gimel.
The gimel. So now sound it out. Sound it out. What'd you find? Nala is sandal. Well, I guess you can do both, huh?
Oh, wait, how do you do Nara?
Noon. Okay. Is there anything under you? What does it give us a vowels? No. Is there a hay on the end? No. So is there a vowel under the lamed? No. So is it just nal and not nala?
The root word is nal.
Okay, so this is the root word. In case I haven't shown you this before, I don't think I have. Root words are often written like this because it's telling you we're dealing with just the root.
Oh, like how it's been in the book.
Okay? So the root has the dots in between. That sort of clues you in that that's a root word. And then from the root word, we make many other words.
So 6 is what here? We have ping pong.
So let's say P, but you have the yud, right? So P, pin. Remember, you get to that shva, you've got to come to the end of a syllable, right? Pin, ga, pinga. So it's kind of hard if you don't have a word for ping pong. You've got to get a sound of ing. So that's how they developed it. Ping ponga. Ping ponga. And you know what? You think about that ball going back and forth. Ping ponga, ping ponga, ping ponga. That's exactly what it sounds like, isn't it? Have you ever heard of ping pong tennis, a ping pong match in a professional level? You know, in tennis, all you hear is huh, 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 right? In ping pong, it's boing, 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 pop, 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 pop. Yep.
In the good old days, you didn't
Ping
hear
pong,
that.
the last letter for that is
Gimel.
gimel.
Gimel. Okay, how about number 7? Lloyd, can you get number 7? You're right. Kennedy. Kennedy. What letter is missing, Lloyd? The nun. The nun. Yep. Kennedy.
Kennedy, that's awesome. Okay, now I know now.
All right.
I don't see Calvin Coolidge in that.
Calvin Coolidge is not there. You are right, Becky. All right. How about number 8?
I think karate, that's the only one I'm not.
Well, karate is exactly right. Okay, so what letter do you think is missing?
the new one.
The tet. Yes, okay. Tet. So karata. It's really not karate, like we say it in English, karate. It's the way it's sounded out here is karata. Te, karata. But I guess you could get an A sound. I mean, it probably comes out karate, just like everywhere else, you know. But spelled out, it's not saying karate. Because it would be a tasir if it was an A. But they spelled it with a seagull, so they're stuck with me. It's what they taught me. Okay. Ooh, how about number 9? Jerry. California. So what's missing? Lamed. Fay. And Nun. California.
The lamed.
Lamed. And then a Fay.
That does not have the dot.
Right. A Fay that looks like sort of like an upside down G. Like this. Remember that one? Yeah, it's a Pay if it has a dot in it.
Oh, okay.
The dot missing is a Fay. And I think we did that last week when you weren't here. We learned the Fay, okay? Well, just for Jill's sake, okay? That's a Fay.
Okay.
This is a Fay Safit. Just like Nun Safit.
Like F-E-Y?
Yes. A Fay Safit. So remember, we've been learning 5 Safit vowels, 5 Safit consonants. So which ones do we have so far?
The non-Safit.
Non-Safit, Mem Safit, and now
The
Fay Safit, and we didn't do the Tzadi Safit yet, right? Okay. All right, so Fay Safit, just to give you that tip, okay.
Does that Fay Safit go below the line?
Yes. Yes, just like the Nun Safit does, okay? All right, so how about number 10? Becky.
Like Horseshack. Telephone.
Telephone, okay?
It's got the tet, and
Tet.
it's got that new vowel.
Which is named?
It's named the new vowel.
Yeah? Does it have another new name?
Holam.
Holam. Yep, very good. Okay. So
Does it matter which
Now-
one you do that?
what?
The colon, which one?
No, it does not. Well, they put the first one with the line, the whole thing.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
I just realized that whole page
Uh-huh.
is reversing what you've been doing with the vowels.
What do you mean?
You've been spelling the vowels in English.
Uh-huh.
In English. And they're doing the same thing to American
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. And what it says in here is those are called cognates when we do that. So I would have called them transliterations, but okay, whatever. Cognate's my new word. Okay, so let's see what the 2 telephones are saying. Okay, we're hearing a voice coming out of the telephone. Becky, which one are you going to read?
I'm going to read the green one because that's the first one.
Well, now wait a minute until I see which one's the green one. Okay, all right, because mine is black and white all the way. Okay, Becky, read what is coming out of that telephone.
Oh, crap, no, I don't remember. What? Boker Tov.
Boker Tov. And Jill, can you say what's coming out of the other one?
Wait a minute.
You know this word. No, read the word.
Is it the Shalom?
Shalom.
Shalom?
Shalom.
No, it is shalom, y'all.
Shalom, y'all. That's the Texas version, right?
North Carolina.
Oh, that's the North Carolina version? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's North Carolina.
Now, is it oh, say shalom, oh, say shalom, oh, say shalom. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, say shalom, oh, say shalom. What's the next line? I gotta go slower. Oh, say shalom, oh, say shalom, shalom aleinu, v'yako, Israel. Now, what's that mean? Something like that. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I keep getting distracted tonight. Okay, let's look at new vocabulary on the top of page 26. I told you it's vocabulary night, okay? So, new vocabulary. Actually, you've already met these new vocabulary words. Let's sound them out and figure out why they are what they are, okay? Let's look at the first picture, which would be the picture of a man, okay? And a man who is doing what? Teaching. So what is his name? What is the name of what he is? A morah. Morah. Moreh. 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 Right? Yes. Moreh. Moreh. Okay. This is so tiny, I can't see nothing. You guys got to tell me. Okay.
Oh, Lord, come back here, look at those.
What has he written on the board?
Something.
Yes. Thank you, Becky. Shalom. Okay. So now, what's the other picture of? A woman, and she is the morah. Okay. What do you think they might be teaching based on the next picture? The picture at the bottom of that circle. Torah. Torah.
But it says she's an English teacher.
Is she an English teacher?
In my English class, I have a.
Well, that's not where we are.
She's teaching Boker on the
Is that what she's teaching, Boker? Yep. Okay. All right. So let's look at that word. In my Hebrew class, I have a. Oh, what are they trying to do here?
Hebrew class, I have a morah.
A morah. Okay. But both of them are written in Hebrew on the board.
English class, I have a.
Okay. Oh, they're both the same. They're both the same written there. In my English class, I have a morah. I don't know why. I couldn't figure out why they wrote this way, because I thought they should write a man and a woman, and they should have made one of them teaching English and one of them teaching Hebrew.
So are they both the same, or are they different?
That's what they've written here. I think it's a mistake in the book. Okay. Let's go on to the three drawings of the three buildings. Okay?
All right.
One of the buildings is a school. Which one do you think that is?
Well, the American flag.
There you go. Okay. One of the buildings is a home.
The one with the chimney.
Chimney. Okay. Chimney? No, I won't. I won't start, Becky. Okay. And the other one is to represent a
Temple.
synagogue. Right. You know the word synagogue does not mean church? Do you know that? Synagogue means a gathering place. It's a community center. Okay, yeah, it's a place of assembly. And most synagogues are used that way. You know, all kinds of things happen at the synagogue. Okay.
Comes from Greek.
Comes from Greek.
Yeah, Plato used that
Oh,
for a gathering of soldiers.
so is it just temple? Should it be just temple instead of synagogue?
Gathering and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Who was the guy before Plato?
Aristotle? Socrates?
He used it as a gathering of grain.
Socrates used it as a gathering of grain, a synagogue of grain. Okay, Jerry, thank you for taking us there. Jerry's brain is too big for my head. Okay, all right. So, in the middle of each of those buildings is a word. Let's look at those words. Becky.
The one in the synagogue is bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah. Everybody remember what a bar mitzvah is? Bar mitzvah. Okay. Let's look inside the school and see what's that's saying.
Classroom.
No, in Hebrew, in Ivrit.
And which one you looking at?
The school. Kita.
Class.
Kita. Okay. In Hebrew, Jerry. Jerry. In Hebrew.
Oh, you just want to pronounce
I didn't want a translation. I want you to read it in Hebrew. Oh, now I've messed him up. There you go. Kita. Okay. And in the other building with a chimney? Barit, which is the house. Okay. So now there are a lot of words surrounding those center words. Those are all real words, and you know all of them. You've been introduced to all of them. Circle the ones that apply to that building, okay? And then we'll look at those together. This is vocabulary night. And it's not over yet. You're welcome. You wanted to learn Hebrew, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I like your enthusiasm. Try to let each person do their own so that they can know whether they really got it themselves. Judy's already done because she did it at home. She's such a good girl. She gets 2 extra points for doing her work.
Were we supposed to do it?
Mm-mm.
You can or you don't have to?
You can, but some people just really do not have time in their own schedule, and some people just feel a little bit intimidated by it, and some people are gung-ho eager to do it. So whichever way works for you. Okay. All right. If you are already done, raise your hand. All right, so let's break right now and let's get in partners, okay? And let's work through it together, all right? So Judy and Jerry and I will come around and check. You want to do that with me, Judy? Okay. Let me just check yours, and then if yours matches my teacher book, then you'll be able to check any of theirs and encourage them, okay? But really try not to read it for somebody else. Just work on it, you know.
I put check marks instead of circles.
Okay. All right, so this one and this one. Did you have that one?
I was just talking about the top.
Ah, you didn't have that one. Remember they point at the Torah?
Oh, all right.
With the hand, with the yod?
That didn't make sense.
Oh, Hebrew.
Okay. And this one?
Modern day.
Did you have this one? This one?
Yes,
Okay.
Torah,
And this one?
Hebrew,
Mm-hmm. And this one?
holy,
Mm-hmm. And this one?
rabbi,
Uh-huh. And not that. Okay, good. All right, how about in house? Okay, we got the top one.
father,
Coming down this side.
all right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Boy, dog, I put dog,
yep,
dog in the house.
yep.
Girl, but not the helicopter.
Right.
Family,
Uh-huh.
cat, and mother.
Right, good.
Not the
Okay.
ambulance.
How about in the school?
Teacher, yes. Flying, no. Book, yes.
Yes.
Notebook,
Yep.
yes. Not car. Teacher, yes. Aleph, I put yes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Family, no.
Right?
And chalk, yes.
Good. Okay. So you're perfectly right. Okay. So Judy, maybe help Becky and Rick.
I already did it.
Oh. I'll flick you. Okay. You guys are working together. Are you all right?
We already did it.
You good? Okay. Rita, you okay? Come over here by Jerry. Come over by Jerry on the other side. Jerry. Okay. You guys doing okay? What are you finding?
Porn? Malik?
Where?
Right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
That's a tav.
Tel,
Tal, te,
tel,
le,
phone. Telephone.
gu,
Go.
n. Wait a minute, let me see, where are we? We're in the synagogue. Okay. Telephone. Yeah, telephone. Okay, would you have a telephone at the synagogue? Nope. Okay, well, probably a lot of people do these days, don't they? No, I'll bet you there's one in every pocket.
Until when the ring in the service go.
Okay, so starting up here at the top, what was that word? Or are you just coming up to there?
Mitzvah. I thought this was like over the house, over the book.
This is just one of the circular words. We're all talking about bar mitzvah.
Right, but
So,
the question is okay, I have to start.
so what is that word?
Mitzvah.
Is that a mitzvah? Mish,
Mishpaha, that's famous.
mishpokah,
Mishpaha.
mishpokah. Does the family go to synagogue?
I would think so.
I would think so, yep. Okay,
So
so can you read this one?
Mish.
Pa?
Mish. Mishpachah.
Mishpocha.
Mishpachah.
Mishpocha. Remember what mishpocha is?
No, I don't.
We sort of are functioning, we're a classroom, yes, but you could say because we all have a similar belief system and we all care about one another, we could say we're mishpocha.
Family? Is that
Yes,
family?
a family
Okay.
feeling, a family. So would a family be at synagogue?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay, and
Is that kadosh
yes,
and all? So that would be holy.
holy,
So that would be, the synagogue
Right.
would be holy.
Where are you, Lloyd? Muga. Okay, more. Moreh.
Okay, yes, more.
Would you have a moreh at a school? We did that word 2 times tonight. Yes. Did you hear it in the back? Teacher, moreh. Okay. How you coming? You get them all? Oh, I just untied my shoe again. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. So how about this one? Read that one.
that's mishpucha.
Would you have that in a synagogue?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So
Okay. So, wait a minute.
Haggadah.
Okay. Wait.
Well, Haggadah not necessarily.
No, a Haggadah you would not have at the synagogue because that's done at home. Would you have a ribby? Yep. Yep. Ivrit is Hebrew. Yep.
And then tefillin. Telephone.
Telephone. And hopefully you don't have that there.
Torah, yes. Gar. No.
Go. And what's gar?
Chalk.
Chalk. Yep. Okay. So, everybody done at the synagogue?
You got 5 words? You got
No, that's not Torah.
That's not, okay.
That's
To-
tele. On.
Oh, that's the telephone.
That's the telephone. So you
Okay.
don't have that one.
No.
How about this one?
That's.
That's a silent with an E. So E, V. Remember, we're going to come to the end of the syllable. Eve,
Ra.
re,
Ivri.
ivri. What's that letter?
Yeah, that's a, no, not
Tav?
a tav. It's not a tav.
Yeah,
It is a
that's a
tav.
tough. Ivrit,
Ivrit.
ivrit. Remember what ivrit is? It's a language.
Oh, Hebrew.
Yes.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Haggadah be part of the mitzvah?
Well, no, because a Haggadah tells us the story of what?
Ruth, the story of
No,
the telling.
the Exodus. Tells us the story of the Exodus. It's the Passover story.
Okay.
It's specifically the Passover story. It's not just any story. It's specifically the Passover
I'm
story.
thinking about when I hear that word.
So the reason, if anybody's mixed up about the Haggadah being at the synagogue, the Haggadah is not usually at the synagogue because the Passover is a home holiday. So generally that's celebrated in the home. So you wouldn't have a Haggadah at the synagogue, you'd have that at home. That's why they're not including Haggadah at the synagogue, okay? So there's a lot more words in this lesson. Have fun with it. Try to review some during the interval because we have 2 weeks now before we're going to work on it again, okay? So if you get a chance, try to do some reading on it. Try to have fun with it. Try not to drive yourself insane or you'll have to go into helicopter. Okay?